This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
Come, please.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
sir.
Kuldeep, please sit down. So, how are you today?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Is this the first time you made it to the interview?
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, you're very young.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. And your subject is in BA was English?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. And PSIR, huh? Okay. So what is all this about dinosaur eggs in Madhya Pradesh?
Recently, there is a news that the tribals...
Sit back and relax. It's an interaction, nothing else. Yes.
There was a news that the tribals, they worship their family god, which are the fossilized dinosaur eggs around the Narmada Valley.
Which god was it, incidentally?
Sir, ma'am, they are the...
Bhairav, some form of Bhairav.
Yes, ma'am. Bhairav, their family deities.
And which... Do you know the hierarchy of deities in a village? There were a hierarchy of deities. Are you aware of that?
Sorry, ma'am, I am not aware of.
No, you don't have to be sorry. It's okay. I'm just asking as a conversation piece. And which dinosaur evidence has been found? Same news article covers that. Do you know which dinosaur is it?
Ma'am, right now I cannot remember, ma'am.
Okay, doesn't matter. It's okay. And the tribes, do you remember? Which tribe was it? The Beals. All right. Okay. So in English, if there's somebody who's done English, I can't resist asking because I also love English literature. Tell me one optimistic poet that you like.
Ma'am, it's not a part of the syllabus, but still a part of my syllabus during my graduation subject. But there's a poem that is Desiderata by Max Ehrmann.
Tell us.
Desiderata.
What is it called?
Desiderata.
Achha, tell us. Can you recite it or you don't remember it?
Ma'am, some of the lines, first two lines.
Okay, that's enough.
Go placidly amid the noise and remember what peace there might be. And ma'am, basically this poems talk about the man's struggle and his optimism that it will lead to some success as well as his importance in the universe and the world.
Have you studied Robert Browning? You must have studied Robert Browning. English literature, you have to study romantics?
Yes, ma'am.
Browning?
I don't think, ma'am.
Who did you study?
Ma'am.
Keats, Byron, Shelley?
Yes, ma'am. Byron.
Browning, how can you not study? You could not have studied Wordsworth, Browning,
yes, ma'am.
Tennyson. These are the major poets.
Yes, ma'am. These writers were.
Browning is known for his optimism. Though his wife was an invalid, he still was very optimistic about life. Pippa's song is the ultimate in optimism. God's up in the world, all's right with this. God's up in heaven, all's right with the world. Okay, that's okay. Don't worry. Okay, now I'm transporting you to Madhya Pradesh. You've just had elections, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So now, if you are a district magistrate, where were you when the elections took place?
Ma'am.
Where were you when the elections took place?
Ma'am, I was in Delhi.
In Delhi.
Yes, ma'am. Here.
But you belong to MP and you have studied earlier in MP, etc. So you have an idea of it.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you are district magistrate, say Devas.
Okay, ma'am.
And the elections are coming up. So what are the 5 steps you would take to prepare for the elections?
As a DM, ma'am.
Collector and DM, are they different?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Ma'am,
he has another designation also. What is that?
A difference between the...
He has another designation also. No, I'm not asking difference. There's another designation to the DM at election time. What is he called? He's called the district election officer.
Yes, ma'am.
So then, in the election time, he has 2 roles. One is district election officer, one is maintaining law and order as district magistrate. So now tell me, what are the 5 steps you would take in order of sequence?
Sorry, ma'am, right now I could not.
Okay, I'll give you another case study? Which area would you like a case study in? Which field?
In administration.
Okay. You are now collector of a flood-prone district and the floods come. So what would you do? What are the 5 steps you would take in order of sequence again?
Okay, ma'am. First, I will assess the extent of damage and the flood. Second, I will make efforts to rescue who are stand in due to the flood. Ma'am, third would be providing food and other necessary items to the people.
Very good. Go on. 5.
5 would be, ma'am, as well as making long-term plans, what steps should be taken so that the damage in the near future, if this situation arises, could be managed and minimized.
You know what happens? The irrigation department is responsible for the dams, the barrages, right? You know that? So what they do machli ki kheti. So they don't want to release the water till it becomes imminent, absolutely, till it crosses the danger level. So how would you tackle those engineers? Don't you have to see the water level also? You don't know. Okay, that's fine. Right. Now you have PSIR, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So suspension of opposition members in this house has taken place. Huh? Now please listen to my question carefully. My first question is, what was the issue on which it took place?
The speaker suspended the members.
Why?
Due to the unnecessary disruption to the proceedings of the house.
And why were they doing it?
Ma'am, they were demanding the statement from the Home Minister.
So why did the government not make the statement?
Ma'am, government initiated different committees and the...
No, why did the government not make a statement?
Government at different level had made a statement. Even Defence Minister said that the culprits.
But Defence Minister is not the person responsible for security of the Parliament. So tomorrow the Culture Minister may also say, but who is responsible for the security of the Parliament or security of the country?
At that time, it was an ongoing investigation. So
after that.
After that, the government could make a statement related to that.
Why did they not do it? There was a reason. They gave a reason. What was that?
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am, I'm not aware of particular reason.
Okay. Now, what is the procedure? What were the options before the speaker? What are the various things he could have done in this case?
Ma'am, speaker could have called out the names of the members.
Naming, yes. What else?
As well as, ma'am, suspension for the remaining hours of the day, as well as...
That's called withdrawal. Okay, what else? Ask them to withdraw. Yes.
The suspension for the remaining period of the session that the speaker...
Warning also. Warning also. There are many tools. Okay, all right. My last question to you. Everybody is talking about the Houthis, the crisis, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Are Indian ships safe in the Suez Canal?
No, ma'am. Recently, there were some ships attacked, even of the...
Why are Indian ships, huh?
Ma'am, there has been no incident of Indian flagged ship being attacked by Houthis, but one ship that was bound to India was attacked.
What are the 3 conditions they have given that if a ship follows any of these conditions, we will attack it?
Ma'am, one of the major issue is if any Israeli-owned or Israeli-owned ship passes through this Mediterranean or the Suez Canal, then they would attack, as well as the countries, those who are supporting the effort of Israel.
Is that what they say, supporting Israel?
Ma'am, exact word I am not able to...
But is another... so what is the route being taken now?
Ma'am, now most of the shipping companies are rerouting their ships through the Cape of Good Hope.
Now there's another crisis, in a similar critical canal. What is that? Where again people are having to take a long route. Which one is it and why is there this crisis?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, it is Panama Canal.
Good. And why?
Due to drought-like situation, ships are not able to cross.
Thank you.
Okay, Kuldeep, So
Yes,
you
sir.
are from Delhi University, right?
Yes, sir.
You did English honors from HANS RAJ.
Yes, sir.
Name 5 teachers of your English subject who taught you.
Ma'am, Deepanvita ma'am, Meenakshi ma'am, Sanjeev sir, Ruchi ma'am, and Uplabdhi Sangwan ma'am.
Okay. How you assess your own college in terms of ranking?
Sir, I think it is a very good college. It has excellent infrastructure, as well as teachers are very supportive and
Okay, you have been coordinator, right, of this your Civil Services Society group, Nishtha. Some achievements.
Sir, it is a new society that came into existence when I was in first year. We did some seminars. We called out alumni from our college who achieved AIR 4 in 2019, and we
Name some alumni from your college.
Famous Bollywood actor Shahrukh Khan.
Nishtha, what he has to do with civil services?
Okay, from our civil society.
Yeah.
Sir, it is a very recent one, new civil society. So right now, I don't remember or think any member who were part of this society have achieved something.
Who is the new DGP of UP?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Is he from your college?
Sir, I will look into it.
Kumar Prashant.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
The new DGP is from your college only. Anyway, you have done PSIR, right? What is the difference between war and conflict?
So war could be considered as when any conflict turns hot and the soldiers are engaged in the war field. Conflict could be at different level, and it could be differentiated from war in the level of intensity. Conflict could be regarding the perception of border or any other thing, but it is not necessary that due to conflict there would be some war-like situation.
Have you come across the term international humanitarian law? Is it related with what?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Okay. Have you gone through Universal Declaration of Human Rights?
Yes, sir, I have read about it.
How many articles are there?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Sorry. You must have gone through conflict resolution and conflict management. What are the differences?
Sir, conflict management means the conflict should not extend or change into a larger area. For example, the Israel-Hamas war, conflict management would be that it remains to the particular region and it doesn't extend to the wider West Asia. And conflict resolution would be finding a solution to a conflict. For example, Russia-Ukraine war. What could be the solution for this war may lead to the conflict resolution, solving the issues that...
No, don't you think that the word resolution, conflict resolution is an utopian word? The more practical word is conflict management only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Last question from my side. You must have heard about Naxalism.
Yes, sir.
Is it a social problem or political or economic or law and order issue?
Sir, it is a mix of all these issues, and all these factors contribute to this problem.
All combined together.
Yes, sir. They for example, if there is a lack of political mobilization or political representation, then
you have also opted for Indian Police Service. Suppose you are an IPS to a Naxal prone area, Naxal affected area.
Yes, sir.
What you will do?
Sir, first of all, would be the development in the region.
That is not within your hand. Policing is not about development.
So then, sir, eliminating the members of the Naxal groups and the overground support that they receive from other members, as well as dismantling their propaganda and other means they engage to recruit more people.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello, Kuldeep.
Yes, sir.
So you are interested in South Asia.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me which South Asian countries have the least developed country status? LDC, you must have heard LDC.
Yes, sir.
Are there any countries in South Asia that have this status?
Sir, Afghanistan.
Okay, right.
Sir, I don't know.
Okay, you are not. Any idea on what basis is the status given? What is the criteria?
Sir, it is on the per capita income.
Per capita income alone? Bangladesh has LDC status?
Yes, sir.
But what is their per capita income? Is it higher than India or comparable?
Sir, last year it has per capita income higher than India.
But India doesn't have LDC status and they have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyways. So what was your role in this NSS Padhaku outreach program?
Yes, sir. There were students from the Chandrawal slum area. They used to come to the college campus, where we volunteers used to teach them coaching classes.
So they used to come to the campus.
Yes, sir.
You guys didn't go there in their locality. Maybe if you had undertaken the program there, it may have attracted other students, other children as well.
Sir, we have field visits. It was not regularly conducted, but we were we decided to visit this particular slum area and understand their issues. But generally, these students would come to there was a place.
Campus. So they would come and you would teach them.
Yes, sir. 3 to 5. Yeah.
Okay. And why do you think these students or children required extra coaching, if I may use that word, or extra help? Was it not covered properly in their school? Were they all enrolled in school?
Yes, sir. Most of I think all of the students were enrolled in different schools. But the need for extra classes could arise from the fact that their guardians were less educated and they were unable to guide them or
Don't
support.
you think school alone was not enough to cover their learning needs?
Sir, looking at the teacher-student ratio, it is not very favorable to the
So
students.
you're saying it is only a ratio problem, not in the manner education is imparted?
Yes, sir. There might be these issues in some schools.
What is the biggest issue do you see in our education system?
Biggest issue in our education system, sir.
Or in schools maybe? Not education system as a whole, just in schools?
Sir, one of the biggest challenges is infrastructure in the country that needs to be upgraded with the current requirement, as well as the student-teacher ratios could be improved. And
okay. I'll give you a very contrasting, development that is there in our education system. In schools, primary level or secondary level, at school level, tendency of parents is to go for private schools.
yes,
But
sir.
when it comes to higher education, everyone prefers, government institutions, be it IITs, IIMs, AIMS, every field you see, or DU or JNU, there is private sector is almost missing. So why do you think this contrast exists? Why this transition suddenly happens from private to public?
So one of the pull factor for the teachers or guardians choosing their children to go for government universities could be the fees affordability, plus the excellent teacher faculties, plus the infrastructure, the research, the experiment that they conduct, which is not readily available in private universities and at the cost that most of the people would be able to afford. And sir, for the another question, that why guardians choose this private school during their school education, could be the one of the reasons that many private schools are affordable as well as the perception of government school that they lack teaching, they are less dedicated towards the children, could be the factor why most of the parents choose otherwise.
Teaching could be an aspect, you think, that why our public schools are struggling, the government schools are struggling?
Yes, sir, this could be a reason, and which is reflected in the result of.
How, any steps that you could recommend that can be taken?
Sir, one of the step could be the teachers paying curated attention to the students. Many students are need special attention, so the teachers in government school could provide that, as well as regarding the curriculum, many private schools put extra effort in the, for example, computer, teach computer and other general science stuff. So this could be added to the government schools also.
Okay, Kuldeep, thank you. That's all from my side.
Hello, Kuldeep. How are you?
Fine, sir.
All right. So, Kuldeep, do you think history impacts politics or politics impact history? What do you think? History impacts politics or politics impacts history?
Sir, it goes both ways. History impact politics, as well as the current politics also shapes the history, what history is being taught and what is mainstreamed.
Can you substantiate with some example, any one example of both of them?
Yes, sir. Looking at the Indian subcontinent, the partition of India plays a significant role in the politics of all the countries, be it Bangladesh, India, or Pakistan. And with the example of history, how politics affect history, looking at the example of Hitler, who manipulated history as per his needs. So it goes both ways.
All right. So are you aware of the 3 poles in the West Asia?
3 poles in the West Asia?
3 poles, 3 different subscribing ideologies, 3 poles of the West Asia. Israel, Iran, yes, and Saudi.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of this? Okay. So how does India maintain the dehyphenation policy with Israel as well as with the Arab world?
Sir, till the last 2 decades, India had maintained its principled approach to the Arab world as well as Israel. But recently, due to increasing cooperation in the field of security as well as defense and other technological import from Israel, India has dehyphenated its policy with respect to West Asia, and it conducts its bilateral relationship with every country in the region bilaterally, and does not give veto to one country with its relation with other country.
Okay. Now, what is the philosophical difference in the Russia-Ukraine war and the Israel-Hamas conflict?
Sir, can I think for a while?
Yeah, please.
Sir, one major difference could be in case of Ukraine-Russia war, a stronger country is attacking a weaker country, and in case of Israel-Hamas, Hamas is not a country and not a state, and it does not have that much resources and the support that Ukraine had from the Western world.
Okay. All right. What is the difference between Marxism, Leninism, and Maoism? All 3 are class struggles, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the basic difference if someone asks you?
So one of the basic difference between these 3 ideologies is the Marxism mainly talks about the revolution by the working class, but Lenin took some of the peasant class, and the Maoism is primarily a peasant class fighting against the established landlord.
Okay. What is hybrid warfare?
Yes, sir. Hybrid warfare would be fighting war both at the front as well as in the cyber cyber war as well as the perception propaganda war.
Okay, so these have been the major components of hybrid warfare: perception, propaganda, fake news.
Yes,
This is what you're saying.
Cyber.
Okay, so the weaponization of energy by Russia, can we call it as a hybrid warfare?
Yes, sir. It could be considered as a hybrid warfare mechanism.
Okay, does India also practice hybrid warfare?
Sir, I do not remember any conflict or war where India.
Okay, thank you so much.
What did you think of your interaction with us today?
Ma'am, it was not good.
Why?
Ma'am, my answers need to be more structured.
But why? You were very nervous, huh? Why should you be nervous? This is your first attempt.
Yes.
You have come so far. How many people 7, 6, 8 attempts karte hain? First attempt, you are here. The world is before you. You should not be nervous. You should be full of confidence.
Yes, ma'am.
Your nervousness was half your problem. Then I think you pretty okay your English literature, but you were so indistinct because you were mumbling that your point was lost. You had a very good poem and you explained it well, but your articulation, you need to speak up a bit. Don't be scared. Why should you be scared? You are very good.
Okay, ma'am.
Then a little, I think when you read the newspapers, you go a little more in depth
Okay, ma'am.
and make some points. I think that's a good idea. Do you make points or you remember it as it is?
Okay,
And
ma'am.
there'll still be 2-3 days left for you to prepare a little more if there's an area that is found wanting. Today you know exactly where it was, right? You had your strengths. Don't underestimate yourself a lot also. There were very positive points also. Okay, thank you very much. Is there anything you'd like to ask any of us? Or
No, ma'am, thank you.
All right, all the best.